Hello everyone. So in this session we are going to study about the genetic disorders. Genetic disorders, in this genetic disorders we are having two type of disorders. One is Mendelian disorders and chromosomal disorders. Mendelian disorders and chromosomal disorders, these are the two types of disorders where Mendel, because based on his principles and all, he discovered or he worked on some kind of diseases carried from one generation to other generation. And with this, one more disorder is there, chromosomal disorders. Chromosomal disorders are, these are X or Y linked disorders where the diseases, likewise the traits, the diseases also inherits from one generation to next generation, next generation to next generation. So the characters, like in human beings I am speaking here, we have different texture of hair, eye color, skin color. So these are the traits according to Mendel. What he find out in the pea plant, it is or it express 7 contrasting characters like height of the stem and flower color, position of flower. So these are the different 7 contrasting characters. But in humans we too have different contrasting characters. Not only characters, we have different diseases or disorders affected right from the birth, or we can call it as inborn, inbuilt diseases that carried by from our generation, from our grandparents to us, from us to next generation. So in the family, like from first generation, next generation, next generation, next generation, we can record, we can trace the disorders. In this concept, I am talking about the disorders or diseases, not about the good traits. Only I want the disorders inheriting from our ancestors to us and from us to next generation. So how to record all these disorders, how to trace the diseases? It is very simple. So the diseases, the disorders can be recorded by putting or by following simple symbols. It has some symbols, and by following some units and also by following some lines, we can easily trace the genetic and phenotypic relation between man and women, parents and childs, and grandsons and grandsons and grandparents. All these things we can record by simple putting one family tree or by tracing the, what is that, record. So I'll write here, we are in the genetic disorder concept. So the genetic disorder, it includes the Mendelian disorder and chromosomal disorder. Before starting these disorders, we will study the pedigree analysis. What we are doing here, we are recording the traits which inherit from one generation to other generation. So that traits, as I told you, that traits may be, or it includes the disorders. So purely we can call it as, we are recording the disorders that inheriting from one generation to next generation to next. Before starting any type of chart or any type of family tree, I'd like to tell you some symbols. I'd like to write some symbols. After learning all those symbols, we can easily find out for a man or a woman or a parents or a grandparents or children, they are suffering from that kind of disease. If in the chart, if I write like this type of symbol, it represents a female. It means I am talking about a female. Either she a mother, or she is a daughter, or she is a granddaughter. Likewise you can follow. If I write a rectangle shape or square shape in the chart, it represents a male. Either he is a father or a son or a grandfather or grandson. So next is, if I write a diamond shape, it represent, here the sex is not specified. We don't know either it is a male or it is a female, because we are tracing the disorders here. Maybe chances are there the parents or the son offsprings, maybe they are affected by some diseases or by some disorders. Based on that or because of that, in their body the sex is not specified at all. Maybe they are in the transgender, maybe. Okay, we will see next. If I write a shaded circle or a shaded square or a shaded diamond shaped structure, it means that the individuals are affected individuals. Affected individuals means, here maybe the mother, she is suffering from some diseases. If I write like this, maybe the father is in affected by some disorders. If I write like this by shading the diamond shape, the individual is suffering from some different diseases. Okay, are you following me? Next is, few more symbols are there. If I write like this symbol, it means what? She is a female and she is a man. In between them, if I write a single line, it represents mating between male and female. In simple words, we can call it as a married couple. A female, she got married to a male. If I write like this, what do you call? It means this symbol represent the marriage in between close relative. Close relative means cousins, like that you can represent. So mating between relatives. So marriage between cousins. The scientific name for that is consanguineous. Okay, next is, if I write like this, I have not drawn two lines. Instead of drawing two lines, I have drawn only one line, and so if I write like this type of symbol, the above symbols represent the parent, and the below symbols represent the children. Simple it is, they are parents and these are their children. The above symbols represent the parents, and she is a mother, father, and children's like daughter, son, daughter. Okay. The next is, if I shade this one, the above are parents and the below are children. In the children, one of them got infected. So we can represent that like affected children, affected daughter. Here I have given a shade for the circle, means she is a daughter and she got affected by some disease. And the parents, above are parents. Okay, how many symbols we have come across? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One more is there. If I am drawing a diamond shaped structure, inside that if I have written 5, it represents unaffected 5 children. Alright, this is not sex unspecified. The sex is specified, but all the 5 children are unaffected. Okay, so all these are the symbols it is used to write the chart showing the family tree, or the record of inheritance of traits in the family. So I'll write 2 charts here. Concentrate on that. Still we are in pedigree chart or pedigree analysis. Alright, don't go to the disorders and all. Still we are in pedigree analysis. We have 2 charts here showing a family tree. The family is suffering from a disorder known as myotonic dystrophy. One disease name I am writing here. The disease name is myotonic dystrophy. Okay. So this disorder or this disease is an autosomal dominant trait. The disease is in dominant condition. Wherever it goes, it expresses its character. It means wherever the gene passes from one generation to the other generation, wherever the genes locate, there it expresses its character. What character it is? It is nothing but a disease known as myotonic dystrophy, where when the individual, if they are suffering from this kind of disease, they will be having degenerating muscle. Their muscles, it cannot be freely, the individuals, they cannot freely move their muscles, some kind of irritation, some kind of pain will be having in their muscles, because the dystrophin protein, it get lack in their muscles. Why? The protein synthesis, the dystrophin protein synthesis is not at all synthesizing in their muscles due to lack of the gene which is responsible for the synthesis of the dystrophin protein. Why so? Because that gene got mutated, that gene is, mutated gene is in a dominant condition. So we'll write that here, the chart. The female or the mother, she got affected from the muscular myotonic dystrophy, and we'll see the children. The first daughter, she'll be fine, she won't be suffering from the myotonic dystrophy. It means the genes not inherited in her body. The next child is son. In his body, the genes got inherited. If the genes got inherited in his body, he will be suffering from the myotonic dystrophy. And the next child, he will be a son. Okay, so in his body, the genes have not transmitted. So he'll be fine, he'll not be suffering from myotonic dystrophy. And the next child is daughter, and she is having, or she carried by the gene. So that gene is not at all producing the dystrophin protein, which leads to degenerating of muscles. Okay. So this is the family tree. If what happened if the son marry to a normal female, a normal woman, the offsprings will be a normal one. Like if they give birth to a son, he'll be a normal one. If they give birth to a daughter, that is also normal. If they give birth to a daughter, that is also normal. Why? Because the genes are not at all there in his body. And also moreover that he is marrying to a normal female. Because of that, their offsprings, their children are well enough, or they are not suffering from myotonic dystrophy. What happens if the affected daughter marry to a normal man? The character, the genes inherit from her body to the offsprings. Like the first child will be okay, he won't be suffering from that disease. The next daughter, she'll be suffering from the dystrophy, and the next son, he'll be okay. It means he is not suffering from myotonic dystrophy. So here this is the first generation. So this is the next generation, and that is the third generation. Alright, here the disease is visible. Okay, so when she married to a normal man, out of 4 children, 2 are got infected. One is son and one is daughter. If the son, a normal uninfected son, marry to a normal uninfected woman, they will be having a normal uninfected child. But because the genes are not carried from their parents, if an affected daughter marry to a normal man, in their generation, in the next generation, the genes passes, those genes lack the dystrophin protein. Because of that, in their body or in their offsprings, the disease is visible. So this is how we used to put the family tree, indicating the disease inherit from one generation to other generation to next generation. Okay, so one more family tree we have, that is sickle cell anemia. So this is dominant trait, but here we have taken one disease, which is autosomal recessive disease or trait. This is a recessive trait. What Mendel said, he said based on the phenotype, what he did, he put the genotypes based on what the physical appearance of pea plants. He guessed, or he wrote the genotype. Yes, if the plant is tall, he wrote either capital T, or capital T, small t, because in the appearance the plant was tall, either this or that. Only he wrote that one. But in the humans, sometimes the disease is not at all visible. In the next generation, if the disease will be there in their body, but it is not at all visible. In the physical appearance, they appear like they are good enough. But if they give birth to their children in the next generation, the same disease re-emerge. Yes, this is also happen in the individuals. So these kind of diseases are going to name as autosomal recessive trait. Sometimes the individuals do not appear some of the diseases, but in the next generation their children, they will be suffering from the diseases. Why so? In their body the genes are in the recessive trait or recessive condition. When it passes to the next generation, there the genes express its character. So I will write the chart here. Sickle cell anemia. Here we have father and mother. They both, by phenotypic, they both are good. They both are not having any disease. Okay, but see what happened in the next generation. The first child is normal, the second child is infected by sickle cell anemia, and the next child is also good, and here the third child, she got affected, and the fifth one will be all right. See, in the parents that is disease was not at all there, but in the next generation the disease it start appearing. And what happen if the daughter marry to a normal healthy man? When she gave birth to young one of the young one will be suffering from the same kind of disease that doesn't appear in the mother, but it appear in her sibling, and the daughter will be all right, and this one more daughter will be all right. See, this is how we used to draw the pedigree chart. Because of the recessive trait of the gene, it is not at all appearing in first generation, but in the second generation it start appearing. If the normal condition daughter married to a healthy man, their children, one of the children got infected by the disease known as sickle cell anemia. Because why it is not appearing? This is because it is a recessive trait. So we have two charts here. You have to go through these two charts. This chart resembles, or this chart represent the myotonic dystrophy disease, and this chart represent the sickle cell anemia. Maybe yes, sickle cell anemia, again I am going to tell about the sickle cell anemia disorder or disease in the next sessions. So go through these pedigree analysis. If you have any doubt, please ask me. Thank you.